Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy, happy, happy Fairy Friday. I know I only do them randomly now. And I forgot to actually post that I was going to do one today. I apologize. So you're probably watching this on replay, but the two things I always say. One is if you are seeing this message, whether you're seeing it live or on replay, it's because this message is meant for you. You need to hear this right now. And the other thing I always say is if you are watching live and you are commenting, sometimes I see those comments and sometimes I don't see them till later, but please send them. I love the comments. I love the little, hearts and just all those good things. And I'm trying to ignore my computer keeps popping up messages at me. It doesn't like my FPS or whatever this morning, but there's nothing I can do about that. It's being in the country. So, my dears, Margaret Sample coming to you here live from the beautiful and today sunny region of Niagara in Ontario in Canada. And I come to you random Fridays, bringing you messages from the fairy folk using Brian Froud's beautiful Fairies Oracle deck. Okay, so let me start shuffling and we'll see who comes through with a message today for us on this beautiful day. Ah, there you are. Oh, Arval Parrot. Look at him. So Arval is one of the helpline troop. And I love when the helpline troop shows up because it's like, okay, guys, here's a little boost of help for you. Now, the helpline troop we generally think of as the wee folk of fairy, right? Even if they're large, that they are like, they're what we often think of as fairies, like brownies or little pixies or things like that. And this is an important time of year to be paying attention to your fairies because of gardening. I'll remember to talk about that later. The helpline troop are connected to the 5 elements of fairy: earth, air, fire, water, and moonlight. And Arvel, of course, is air. And yeah, I should say sometimes they actually are trying to help so much that they cause more trouble than they help, but Arval is pretty amazing. He's so lovely. Look at him. He is all about communication. See, he is pointing to the glowing light in his throat, the throat chakra. Hey, good morning, Sheila. Yay. Some people are going to find it. Which is communication. Throat chakras are communication. Whenever I train on chakras, it's not just about speaking, it's also about listening. And so you see, he's pointing to his throat chakra because he is communication. And then the other 2 lights are up here. So that's like that paying attention to the unspoken as well. Okay? So fairies are really good communicators. Now, they don't only use language. Of course, they do use language, but sometimes they communicate with us in other ways. So, for example, the rustle of leaves or the patterns in the clouds or the way the petals happen to fall. And they often speak to us through our dreams and our daydreams, whether through images or direct words. But when Arval comes along, pay attention to your dreams right now. Fairies communicate a lot like cats do. So it's partly verbal. If you've ever had a cat or been friends with a cat, they have certain sounds, certain meows that mean something. Like meow meow. I had a cat that would always be mama. Like he was getting my attention, and then he was a talker. He was a talker. But there's also that nonverbal communication, right? It's the body language, it's the mental telepathy. That's how so many creatures communicate, and we humans can do this. We just need to pay attention with it, right? Arval says that part of human nonverbal communication is that we flash our throat chakra lights at each other. And that's how unspoken feelings and thoughts get transferred. So I don't really see lights on people's throats, but I know, you pick up the energy of someone. And so pay attention. Pay attention to what is being communicated to you these days, verbally and non-verbally, and with signs and in your dreams. Because when he's showing up, it's saying, hey guys, it's here. The messages are here for you. Pay attention. Remember to listen and also speak. Use your words. We need to communicate clearly. And that can be hard work. And sometimes it's uncomfortable because a lot of us were trained, you don't do conflict. And then you think sometimes, well, just even disagreeing or expressing your opinion, which may be different, could be seen as causing conflict. But stand in your truth. Be open to hearing other people's truth, and then, look for the facts involved, because opinion is not truth, right? But to be open to receiving communication and make sure you are clearly expressing things. And this doesn't only mean, dissatisfaction. It's also really important to communicate gratitude and appreciation and thanks. And it means, how hard is it for us to say to somebody, oh, thank you, that was so kind of you, whether it's when someone holds the door open for you or someone brings you a coffee, right? Little things. You can go, oh, thanks, or you can go, thanks, I appreciate that. Expressing clearly, communicating. Okay. Active listening is another skill that we need to learn if we haven't learned it, so that when you're listening to somebody, when someone's talking, listen to them and actually also watch their body language. Are their words matching up with their body language and their energy? I mean, how many of us have say someone, how are you doing? And they go, fine, I'm just fine, right? Fine. They're not fine. And if they're going fine, they're probably annoyed about something. So pay attention to the whole communication package. Okay? Do be articulate. Do use your words and choose your words carefully. Active listening. So there's a lot about active listening, but part of it is paying attention. Okay? Pay attention, and then confirm that you're hearing what they're saying. So, someone says something and you say, so what I hear is that you're saying this. Am I hearing you correctly? Or am I understanding you correctly? Because sometimes, no, you're not. Or you are hearing what they're saying, but they're not saying their intention, right? So Arval is here to say, guys, you can do really well and you can communicate. Be willing to calmly debate issues, explore ideas with others, be open. Not everyone's going to agree with each other. Doesn't mean you have to, come to war about it, right? And he is really saying, watch out for the body language. Pay attention, pay attention. Or if somebody starts saying something and then drifts off, doesn't finish the sentence, why? What are they wanting to finish? You don't need to jump in and fill in the silence. Ask them. Let them finish their communicating. He is here to help. Okay. And sometimes communication goes astray, like lost emails, or, you may have misunderstood or been misunderstood. Arval will help with all this, right? And communication, whatever is going on in your life right now, communication is vitally important. And again, pay attention to the messages coming to you in dreams. There's a lot that can come in a dream. I had a really interesting dream the other night. I'll tell you really briefly, because I think it's important. I was floating. Sometimes I fly or float in dreams. I love those. Anyway, I was floating and someone said to me, oh, can you go higher? And I was like, oh, I believe I can. And I started to go up and they said, oh, I don't believe you can. Are you sure you believe you can? I'm like, oh, I'm not sure that I can. And I started to sink. And then I went, wait a minute. If I believe I can, I can. And I started to fly and float. And I was way up and I was like, when I woke up, I was like, Ah, belief. If I believe I can. Now, maybe not physically fly, but with other parts of my life that are going on, right? So, there we go. Okay, is there anything else, Arval? No, he just like he's happy. He's like so grateful that he had this opportunity to come forward and give you a message today. I wrote myself a little list of things I wanted to make sure to talk to you about as well. Fairies and gardens. Okay, this is the time of year when we're out gardening. Talk to your fairies. They are there. You may not see them, but they are there. And you know what? I have little crystals set out on a little ledge of stone for the fairies in my garden, and they love them and they play with them. They move them. And I know it's not cats and I know it's not squirrels because it's very random and they're moved very precisely sometimes. So but talk to your fairies. Say, hey, fairies, here I'm going to be doing some weeding. I need to trim some bushes, and talk to them and just say, you know, I'm doing this. Talk to them and help these things grow. Help them take root. Fairies love to help out in the garden. Okay, so that's one thing I wanted to say. I wanted to let you know that my e-card readings, email card readings, are on sale still this month. You probably know that I retired from doing readings and energy healing appointments. It's been quite a roller coaster, but coming to that has been good. My guides have been insisting on it, and I finally gave in. But the email card readings, people love them, and they're so helpful. It still amazes me how, you know, you draw a card for someone and you send them the email interpretation of it and the picture of the card, and it resonates. It's so cool. It's so cool how it works. So all the different decks, right now the readings are on sale. Regular $33.33, now $22.22. And $22.22 is the magic number right now because I'm also doing a workshop on Zoom on June 8th, which is an introduction to tarot and oracle cards. And that's 7 p.m. June 8th, 7 p.m. Eastern on Zoom. You can go to the store on my website, www.margaretsample.com, for you can purchase your registration, or you can purchase your e-card readings there as well. And somebody asked me if the workshop would be available online afterwards. Yes, that is my intention, to record it and make it available. Yeah, so those are the things I wanted to share with you today. I have my Be Yourself mug with my yummy mojo coffee that I'm drinking these days. That's my side business that I've started just for health and wellness, because you know me, I'm all about health and wellness. I can't do nothing with health and wellness. So while I'm not doing energy appointments, I am doing other things, and I'm looking at doing soul songs for people. There is a free soul song that I've done that you can download on the store, and that's just a general one for everyone, but I'm thinking I'm going to start doing them for individuals as well. So keep an eye out for that. And Mr. Arval Parrot says, good communicating, Peggy Margaret. Yay. And I hope that you are enjoying this day and that you have a wonderful, wonderful springtime into summer that's coming right now. We have blue sky here, and enjoy the day. Be well. Much love to you all. Thanks for watching. Bye.